Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name's Sam. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and I'm about to give myself curtain bangs. And I figured I would record it and do a tutorial so I can teach you how you can do this yourself at home as well. Let me take my hair out of this clip. First things first, I am going to wet my hair. You can do this on dry hair, but I just prefer cutting wet hair. That way, also, when I cut it, it doesn't like blow around all over the place. It's like easier to clean up. Oh, I just like jumped right in too. I didn't even say what you're gonna need. So you are going to need a comb and some hair cutting shears. Please do not use craft scissors or kitchen scissors when you're cutting your hair. You're not gonna get a clean cut and you can create splits and breakage in your hair. If you wanna be cutting your hair yourself at home, at least get yourself a pair of scissors that are actually meant for cutting hair. You can get these at the drugstore or on Amazon for pretty inexpensive. So first you want to section your hair. Now the way that you can determine how big your section needs to be is to do the comb trick. So just place a comb on the top of your head, and right where it lifts off, that is where you want to start your section generally. Now this is all personal preference, so you can obviously make your section smaller or bigger than that if you want to, but that's always a good rule of thumb and a good starting point. And you're going to want to do a triangle section. So from that point on your head, you want to come down at an angle like that. And then when you do it on both sides, this is going to be like a triangle. And make sure it's a nice clean section. So once you have your bangs sectioned out, you want to just pull the rest of your hair out of the way. And I might end up making mine thicker, but like I said, just start with this, see how you feel about them, and then you can always cut more. So I'm gonna start from the center, and I'm gonna just take a little bit from both sides. This is going to be the shortest piece. So figure out where you want your bangs to start. I always suggest cut a little bit longer than what you think, because you can always cut more if you want, but if you take too much off, then you're out of luck. Also, if you are cutting your hair wet, keep in mind that when it dries, when you're styling it, it is going to shrink a little bit. Another thing you want to keep in mind too is, do you want these to be true bangs that are always going to be down? Or do you want them to be long enough that you can still tuck them behind your ears and not have to always have your hair in your face? So if you want to be able to still put it behind your ears, then make sure you are cutting at a good length for that. I don't want mine to be crazy short, but I'm okay with them falling in my face a bit. So I am gonna start mine at like the tip of my nose, and then I can always cut more if I wanna go shorter than that. So I always take my index finger and my middle finger, hold the hair in between those two fingers, pull down, and then cut underneath your fingers. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a good starting length. Now I like to do one side at a time. So now that we have our starting point, determine where you want your end point to be. I don't always do it this way, but I feel like this is a little bit easier when you're doing it at home. So this is where my bangs are starting. I think I want them to end like just below my bottom lip. So I'm gonna cut right there. So now I have my starting piece and my ending piece. So now I'm gonna take my comb and I'm gonna brush this section across. And all you wanna do is connect your shortest piece to your longest piece. So brush it across. And snip. and you'll get that natural angle, shorter to longer. And these are gonna look funky because my hair is curly right now, but you'll see when I style them. So now I wanna let down the other side, and I wanna make sure that this is gonna be the same length. So I'm gonna take a small piece from the back. I'm gonna grab a small piece from the back of the side we already cut. I'm gonna pull it forward to the middle, get that centered, and then I'm gonna cut. That way my end pieces are the same. And check to make sure if it feels a little bit off. You might have to cut a little bit more. Just pull it down, make sure it's hitting in the same spot, and then do the same thing on this side. Comb straight, bring it across, and then cut. And then I like to go through, start at the back, pull down, work my way towards the center, keep pulling it down to check that it feels like it's all even and the same length on either side. And then you see how when you cut your hair wet, it just all clumps together in a nice little pile? So much easier. Now I'm gonna blow dry my bangs straight so that I can check them and see how they're gonna look, because like I said, my hair is curly, so they look a little wonky. And the best way to style these is to use a round brush and wrap the brush underneath the bangs and just pull forward. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more to mine because now that I am seeing it all down, I just feel like they could be a little bit thicker. So all I'm gonna do, because I'm just adding a little bit of hair, I'm gonna comb it down. I'm gonna take my shears and I'm gonna hold them at an angle like this, and I'm gonna start at that longest piece, and I'm not fully closing them, I'm just like wiggling them ever so slightly and cutting that bit off. That's called slide cutting. Otherwise, if that feels awkward for you, you can just pull it across to the side. Again, pull it down, check to make sure it's all the same length. And my hair is super greasy, so I am gonna hop in the shower and wash it, give myself a nice blowout, and then I will show you the final result. Okay, it's like an hour or so later. I washed my hair, I toned it too, if it looks a little bit darker, and blew it out. And now I'm gonna blow dry the bangs, and we're gonna see the big reveal, and I'm gonna check and see how I like them, if I wanna cut them any shorter. So like I said, you wanna take your round brush from underneath the bangs like this, and then roll outward. There we go. They look cute. I love. And because of the way that they're cut and the way I styled them, you can see they have that really pretty swoop effect. And I think that this is like the perfect thickness. And I'm super excited because these just look adorable when you wanna wear your hair pulled back and just have some little pieces fall out, or if you do like a half up situation. So cute. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions down below. If you liked this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. And if you'd like to see more tutorials from me, consider subscribing to my channel, and hopefully I'll see you really soon in my next one. Bye.